President of the Caribbean Court of Justice, Adrian Saunders, delivered the landmark judgment for human rights not only in Guyana but in the Caribbean. The court ordered that Guyana strikes out the section of Guyanese law that can get one arrested, charged, and fined for cross-dressing.
The Honorable Mr. Justice Barrow stated that these laws belonged to a different time and that the offences created in the Act were in tune with the poor laws of the Victorian era and intended to keep the dispossessed and depressed under control. The objective of these laws was not to promote fairness, social justice, or equality. The specific offence targeted homosexual conduct. Justice Barrow addressed the state's argument that the judiciary should be cautious not to succumb to deciding on issues of social policy and legislative reform. He stated that it is not every law that the executive must feel obliged to defend against challenge, especially where the Constitution affords aggrieved persons the right to make these challenges. The government must acknowledge on its own accord when a law, especially one like the impugned section, has long passed its sell-by date.
The challenge against the country's cross-dressing law had its genesis in the arrest, detention, and charge of these four persons: Quincy McQueen, Sion Clark, Joseph Fraser, and Sion Prasad. They were rounded up by the police in February 2009. They decided to challenge the law, but both the High Court and the Court of Appeal in Guyana denied the constitutional challenges. They then took their case to the CCJ, arguing that the law violated their constitutional rights to equality and non-discrimination and freedom of expression, thereby offending the rule of law. The court upheld all of their claims. It was being celebrated as a victory by SASOD, the organization which took up their case.
Huge victory in that regard because it's one less piece of legislation that the police can use to bribe people.
Attorney Nigel Hughes, one of several who pursued the case, spoke of the significance of the CCJ ruling.
Article 149A of the Constitution affords every citizen equality before the law and equal protection. And the decision made it clear today that not because people are differently attired or people are just different, period, it allows the police or anybody else to discriminate against them.
The court ruled that the expression of identity and individual liberty is protected under the right to freedom of expression, and that cross-dressing poses no risk to society. The court observed that Ghana is an indivisible, secular, and democratic nation, and the Constitution protects people from discrimination. Reporting for the newsroom, Fariza Hanif.